Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm your coach Annie and I'm here to help you with your spoken English, your vocabulary and your communication skills. And in today's video, I am going to give you the full explanation of your first two poems in your NCERT English syllabus for class 10th. Your first chapter, Letter to God, in which we have two poems, Dust of Snow and Fire and Ice by Robert Frost. I have already covered the first chapter, that is the letter to God, in the previous video, so please check that out and let's begin. Okay, so let's begin our first poem, which is The Dust of Snow, written by Robert Frost. And it is a very short poem, but it has a very deep meaning. And Robert Frost was an American poet. He has written many poems based on nature. Robert Frost has written The Road Not Taken and Stopping by the Woods on a Snowy Evening. These are some of his best works. And Dust of Snow is a very short poem, but it has a lot of deeper hidden message into it. So let's begin. We are going to discuss the explanation, the poetic devices, as well as the theme of the poem. The way a crow shook down on me, the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. Okay, so there is a crow and it has shook down. Shook down means to shake down the dust of snow. Your dust of snow is a metaphor. What do you mean by metaphor? Metaphor is a comparison. The poet has compared dust of snow to the dust particles. Not dust. But the snow particles. The snow particles are just like small dust particles, and the poet has said that, and the poet has said that the dust of snow is like a snow particle that has fallen on the poet from a hemlock tree. Hemlock tree is a poisonous tree. It is often related to death. And crow is a symbol of, evil and as well as bad omen. It is often used to denote something that is bad. So here the poet is saying that the poet was under a hemlock tree. It is not given whether the poet was standing, sitting or whatever. He was just under a hemlock tree, and the crow's movement, because of the crow's movement, what happened? The dust of snow or the snow particles fell on him. Has given my heart a change of mood. It has changed his mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. Rued means wasted. So in short, here the poet is saying that at first he was feeling very sad. He was feeling very gloomy. He was feeling very depressed. And because of this, what happened? His day was not going well. He was very gloomy and depressed. And then when he was under the hemlock tree, because of the crow's movement, some dust of snow or the snow particles fell on him. And that changed his mood. It changed his mood and it saved the day that he had wasted. The day that he had wasted spending being gloomy and depressed, it has made him happier, or it has changed his mood. So this is basically the whole poem, that the poet is feeling bad, the poet is feeling sad, and he has wasted his, entire day feeling bad and gloomy. And then when he is under the hemlock tree, the crow's movement on the tree, what happens because of that? The snow particles fall on him. And because of that simple act, it changes his mood and he becomes happy. So what lesson or what message do we get from this? Okay, so although it looks like a very simple poem, but the message that is there in the poem, it's actually very deep. And we can see that the first message is obviously nature heals. Okay, or we can see that the healing power of nature. Whenever you're feeling sad or bad, not well, you can just be out in the nature and it will immediately change your mood, or it will make you feel better. So that is one of the major theme that the healing power of nature, that the nature will always heal. Secondly, we can see one more theme, that is small things can have significant impact. What do you mean by this? Small thing can have significant impact. Significant means a big or something that is very important or large. Here it was a very simple act, that is the dust of snow fell on him, or the snow particle fell on him because of the crow's movement, which is a very simple thing. It's a very small thing. But what happened because of that? The poet's mood completely changed. It went from feeling gloomy and depressed to being happy. And then he realized that he had wasted some part of his day feeling sad. So a small thing or a simple act, it can have a significant impact. We never know how a small act will influence or what effect it is going to have on others. And thirdly, for a very deeper meaning, we can use this about how negative things can also have a positive impact. Here we can see that the poet has used hemlock tree and crow. Both are often used as negative things. Here crow and hemlock tree, both of them signify something that is bad or something that is poisonous, something that is related to death or a negative impact. But here what the poet has used, the poet has shown that negative things, what we consider negative, they can also have a positive impact, because the crow shook, or the snow particles fell on the poet from the hemlock tree. And here we can see that how negative things can also have a positive impact. Here the poet wants to say to us that negative things can also have a positive impact. And lastly, we can also say that we should not be superstitious. What do you mean by superstitious? Andhvishwas, when we believe something just because others believe it and it is not true. Andhvishwas. For example, if a black cat will cross your road, then your thing will not happen properly. Okay, that is being superstitious. So here the poet is giving us the message of not being superstitious, of how negative things can also have a positive impact, and how small things have significant impact, and the healing power of nature. So this is what the poet wants to tell us. Here one thing we can discuss is the mood or the tone of the poem. Mood and the tone. The poem is used, it has an uplifting tone. It has a simple tone, because the poet has not used a lot of complex language. It is a very simple poem, and it has an uplifting. It makes you feel happy. It has a joyful tone at the end. It makes you happy and everything becomes good at the end. Let's discuss the important parts of this poem, that are the poetic devices. Okay, let's look at some of the poetic devices. The first poetic device that we have is the rhyming scheme. Let's find out the rhyming scheme of this poem. Crow, let's give it A. Me does not rhyme with crow, so let's make it B. Snow, snow rhymes with crow, so A. Tree rhymes with me, so let's give it B. So the rhyming scheme of the poem is A, B, A, B. We can see how this is continued in the second stanza. Heart, path, mood and root. So the rhyming scheme of the poem is A, B, A, B. Secondly, let's look at the metaphor that is used in the poem. That is dust of snow. Dust of snow is compared to the snow particles. That is the metaphor in the poem, dust of snow. Thirdly, we can see symbolization. symbolism. Okay, crow and hemlock tree both symbolize death and evil thing, but the poet has used it in a positive way. Fourthly, we can see alliteration. What do you mean by alliteration? Alliteration means when the two sounds are coming in the sentence, one after another, or repeat multiple times. Saved some, the S sound is being repeated. So that is the alliteration in the poem. Saved some. So we have 4 poetic devices. We have the mood, we have the tone, as well as we have the theme of the poem.